Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It is my pleasure to welcome my husband, David Smith, on the show. Hey, you guys know each other, don't you?
Yes.
You do.
We go way back.
Long time,
Probably
Branson.
5-10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now the first song you're going to do, Dave, has quite a history. It talks about you and the writer of the song as well
Yes.
as your family. Tell us what the connection is.
Okay, back in the 1930s, my uncle lived with Wayne Carson. Wayne Carson wrote the song, You Were Always on My Mind. It was a lot of hits for a lot of people.
Yes.
And I didn't know that, but later on when I was traveling with Roy Clark, I ended up meeting Wayne Carson and playing a lot of music with him. And he said, my uncle taught him how to play the guitar.
Your uncle taught Wayne Carson how to play the guitar. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, so they played together in the 1930s, and that's about 10 to 15 years before the Jubilee. The Jubilee started, I think, in 1955. Cy Simon, Ralph Foster, and
A lot of the people that were involved in that, I don't know if we've got some photos. This isn't back in the old days. A lot of people that were involved in that came out of that were Red Foley.
Yeah.
Who else do we have in
Slim
that?
Wilson.
Slim Wilson.
There's my uncle on the total left side of what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Standing up there is Jerry Osborne. He played a lot with all those guys. A lot of them moved into the Jubilee, 10, 15 years later. But he played, right there is my uncle with Wayne Carson's mom and dad. That's Shorty Thompson, Sue Thompson, and...
Okay, it's quite a history. I want to mention too, Jeff, our sound man, his mom held cue cards for the Red Foley show, and that is very, very cool. Now, Dave, so you're going to play Always on My Mind,
Yes,
written by Wayne Carson.
Wayne Carson.
Let's take it away.
All right, here we go.
Yay! That was awesome. This is early for you this morning, isn't it?
Yes, it's bright and early.
Yeah. So first of all, several people recorded that. You remember, it was a big hit for Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson did very well with it, yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that Elvis recorded it. And obviously, this is a perfect example as to the matchup of a vocal with a lyric, because why was it not a big hit for Elvis, but it was for Willie Nelson?
Yeah, several other people recorded it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really, really amazing. Wayne Carson passed away a few years back.
Yes.
I got the opportunity to meet him and record with him in Nashville also.
You did. You recorded several of his songs.
I did.
Demoed, yeah.
He was quite a writer, and it was really cool, Dave, that your family was involved in this.
Yeah, way before I was born. They were all
Who would
doing
have
it.
thought? And then here you are, full circle again.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to hear that, just the musical rendition without the words, because the emotion and just watching you perform. I love watching you work.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That is awesome.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Your mom was a piano player too.
Yes.
And his whole family is musical. Of course, you played the banjo too. Later on, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that you've done. But you played the 5-string banjo for Roy Clark
Yes,
and
I
also a little piano.
Yeah, we traveled for about 22 years.
22 years on the road.
Now, when you say we travel, you travel 22 years with who?
Roy Clark.
Roy
No
Clark.
way.
That's
My
how,
good
know
friend.
that?
that's how I met Wayne Carson later on.
Because I was on the Hee Haw show in 19. We filmed
I know.
13 episodes in 1989.
I know.
And Roy was always super nice. I mean,
Yeah.
every morning on the set, he'd come up and say, "Terry, are they treating you right? Are you
Yeah.
doing okay? Do you need anything?" soon?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that kind of guy. And,
Yeah.
He was great. It was a wonderful season in my life.
Full circle moment, guys. All right, when we come back, we have another performance from Dave Smith. We'll be back.
See ya.